So we're continuing rational functions with more examples. So I am going to do these two problems in a little bit later. And who's this? Elizabeth, can you take up the name? And then we're going to start 4.1. Maybe let's do the one with slant asymptotes. So let's do four problems and do the one, at least one of them has slant asymptotes. Okay. Now let's choose the desktop. Okay. Oh, what do I do here? That's the 60, 3.6. Okay, good. So we will do this a little bit later. Okay. All right. So let's do one first. So number 2. Okay, so R of x is equal to 2x squared plus 10x minus 12. Oh, is this the one we already did? Oh, okay, sorry. So let's do this one then. R of x is 4x minus 8 divided by x minus 4 times x minus 1. Okay. Let me add one more so you know the difference. For x minus 8, x plus 2, and then this is x plus 2. Now, as usual, we are going to ask, what is the vertical asymptote? So what do you think? No, this one cancels, right? So this is x is not equal to negative 2. So look at this. I'm canceling one term, and then let's see the difference. So what is the difference between having these and not having this? Yeah. So vertical asymptote is what? X is equal to 4 or x is equal to 1. Okay. So vertical asymptote is a vertical line, so the equation has the form x equals. Yeah. How about the non-vertical asymptote? All right. So what do you think? Which case is this? We have 3 cases yesterday. Which case is this? What's the degree on the top? Okay, what's the degree on the bottom? Okay, so which case is this? Case 1. So degree of P of x is less than the degree of Q of x. So what happens? We have horizontal asymptote. And what is the equation of the horizontal asymptote? Y is equal to 0, right? Okay. Good. Now, C, x-intercept. So how do I find x-intercept? Set y equals to 0. Okay. So when y is 0, which one is 0? The top or the bottom? No, only the top. So x, for x is equal to 8, x is equal to to 2. So the x-intercept is 2, 0. Do you guys follow what I'm doing, or do you forget? Yeah. So you know that this is case 1? Or no? When I'm talking about case 1, do you know what I'm talking about? Okay, good. So the y-intercept. So what is y-intercept? We set x equals to 0. Okay, so when x is 0, what is y? So out of 0 is equal to -8 divided by -4 times -1. So this is equal to -2. All right. So the y-intercept is what? 0, -2. All right. Good. Now, what is part E? This is the one that I always put star on. What was part E? What is it? Yes. So determine if the graph intersects the non-vertical asymptote. The non-vertical asymptote. Okay, so do they? How do I determine? Yes, so y is equal to 4x minus 8 over x minus 4, x minus 1. And what is the equation of the non-vertical asymptote? Y is equal to 0. So we set them equal to each other, right? So 0 is equal to 4x minus 8. So x is equal to 2. So what is your conclusion? Do they intersect? Yes. Yes, they intersect at 2, 0. All right. Good. So now let's graph this is x, this is y. All right, so it's -4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So x equals 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is x equals 4. All right. X equals 1. Okay. And then y equals 0 is this line. This is the horizontal asymptote. All right. Now, I'm going to graph the points that I have. 2, 0 is right here. All right. And then 0, -2 is right here. So this is 2, 0. This is 0, -2. All right. And then we will deal with this in a little bit. Yeah, so I have these restrictions too, which we will deal with in a little bit. Then you should start thinking, how does my graph look? So what would you do in this case? So there are a couple of ways to do it, but actually we could predict how it actually looks. Yeah. So let me wait until you finish drawing these points. because I'd like to talk about the graph. All right. Finish? Okay. So what we could do is choose some additional points on the graph and then see how it's going to look. Yeah. And probably we don't need to also. Look at these. If I ask you what is the zero of this function, what is the zero of this function? X equals to 2, right? Okay, good. Now, if you want to choose some points, you can. So, for example, what happens when x is equal to 3 and etc. But at this point, let's look at the left. We could start with the left graph, and let's see here. I have a point at 0, -2, and how do you think the left side looks? So this graph is divided into 3 parts because it has 2 asymptotes. So this graph is actually divided into 3 parts. Yeah. Now, what happens on the left here? What do you think happens on the left? How does the function look to the left of x equals 1? Any idea? Will I go up here? Will I have points? Why not? Yeah, the asymptote's here, and then it doesn't cross the asymptote except for these points, right? So I know for sure it's going to be here. And what about here? Yes, so it's going to go down here. So without choosing any point, I know it's going to look like this in this place. Oof. Oh. Okay. Anyway. Right? So it's going to look like this in the left. Let me see. I think I have to regraph this a little bit. Okay. Good. Everybody convinced that it's going to look like this? Okay, good. Now, what's going to happen in the middle? Will it start on top or will it start on the bottom? Will it start on top or on the bottom? On top? Why? You're correct, but why? Because x equals 1, this comes from what? From which one? From this factor, x minus 1. And what is the power of x minus 1? 1. Is it odd or even? Odd, so it's going to behave like y equals to 1 over x. Remember? We talked about it. If the factor is odd, then it's going to behave like y equals to 1 over x. So if on one side it starts low, then from the other side, on the other side, it's going to start at the opposite direction. So we know it's going to start right here, right? Okay. Now the next one is, this is a 0, isn't it? 2, 0. Does it have an odd multiplicity or an even multiplicity at 2, 0 here? Odd. So will it cross or will it touch? Are you guys guessing? It was odd. Where does this 2, 0 come from? What is the exponent of 4x minus 8? 1. So it's odd. So will it cross or touch? What is it? It crosses, so it's going to look like this, right? And of course, it's going to go down. Okay. Do you remember that? That's when we talk about polynomials in 3.1 and 3.2. Yeah. So we talked about it. If the multiplicity is odd, it crosses. If the multiplicity is even at a certain zero, it will touch. Remember that? Okay, so it applies also here because this is a zero. Right? Okay, now what about on to the right of x equals 4? Where will my function be? Will it start high here or low? High? Why? Why does it start high? Yeah, so this is x equals 4 and the function is, the power is odd. Yeah, so it's going to look like this. Finish. Yeah. But you could always choose points. So for example, what happens when x is equal to 3, when x is equal to 5, etc. to confirm. Actually, you don't need to, but you can if you want to. Yeah. So for example, you can have your own table and then say y is equal to 4x minus 8 divided by x minus 4, x minus 1. So you could do some, you can plug in some numbers. So for example, when x is equal to 3, what do you have on top? So 12 minus 8 is 4 divided by negative 1 times 2. Something like that. Yeah. So, and then when x is 5, so what happens when x is 5? Y is 20 minus 8, which is 12, divided by 1 times 4. So you could choose the point. Does that make sense? But actually, do you need to do it? No, you don't have to, because we could predict based on what we know, based on the multiplicity of the zero, based on the exponent of these factors. So there's one thing that I didn't do is to address this part. X cannot be equal to negative 2. So what's going to happen if x cannot be equal to negative 2? So is this a vertical asymptote? No, because we cancel. So what we do is when x is equal to negative 2, we have an open circle. Yeah. So that's it. When x is not equal to negative 2, we will have open circle at x equals to negative 2. All right. That's it. That's what we do. Okay, good. Questions so far? Yes.
It's not negative x. It's the middle one, right?
Mm-hmm.
We went from high left to low right based off the fact that it was odd.
It has nothing to do with end behavior.
Okay.
Yeah, because but it has something to do with the multiplicity of 0 at this point. But this graph doesn't have an end behavior, so it doesn't behave like x squared or x to the 4th or x cubed or negative x cubed. Yes, good question. Okay, good. Next. All right, so let's do next. Number 3. So this is from the quiz. Kevin, do you want to turn in the quiz? No? No, I'm discussing it now. I'm not accepting after this. Because once I start discussing it, I'm not accepting it anymore. So number 3, f of x is equal to 6 divided by x squared minus 5x minus 6. So what did you do? Tell me what you did. So this is equal to 6. Is it factorable? Yes. What is it? Yes, that's right. So now vertical asymptote. What is the equation of the vertical asymptote? X is equal to 6 or, all right, so I am going to box this because I'm going to graph. Non-vertical asymptote. What is the equation of the non-vertical asymptote? Which one? Case 1? Yes. So case 1, it is y equals to 0. Yes. Now C, yes. No, you can just put y equals 0. Yeah. Now, case C, x-intercept. Do I have an x-intercept? None. Yeah. So it doesn't have a 0. Yeah. D, y-intercept. How do I find the y-intercept? Yes. So set x equals to 0. So f of 0 is equal to 6 divided by negative 6. So negative 1. So 0, comma, negative 1. All right. Good. Now, do they intersect? Does these two graphs intersect? No, right? Y is equal to 6x squared minus 5x minus 6. What is the other one? Y equals 0. Can you solve them? So when you set them equal to each other, what do you have? 6 is equal to 0. So is this true or false? False. Because 6 is definitely not 0. So what is your conclusion? No. The graph does not intersect. The graph and the graph does not intersect the non-vertical asymptote. How do I know? Because I have a false statement. The non-vertical asymptote. All right. Now, F, let's graph it. Okay. So you did this already. You did this already. All right. So they're not evenly spaced. Okay, so x, y. Okay. So x equals 6, 2, 4, 6. X equals negative 1. And then y equals 0. This is y equals 0. So the x-axis, the equation is y equals 0. Okay. And 0, comma, negative 1's here. All right. So how do you think this graph will look? And you could choose points, but we don't need to, I don't think. Okay. So I have a point here, 0, comma, negative 1. All right. Can you tell me how the graph will look? Does it start up here or down here? If up, then I have an intersection with my y-intercept. I'm sorry, with my non-vertical asymptote. So if I start here, it's going to have to cross here, right? So it's not going to happen. So where is my possibility? Down, yes. Now what happens here? Will it go up now? No, so what happens? It's going to go down again, yes. So Something like this, I don't know. Yeah. It's not going to touch this line at all. Right? Does everybody know why? It starts here and go back down. Why?
It's not supposed to cross an index.
Right. It's not supposed to cross this asymptote. So there is no other possibility. It should start from down here and it ends down here. Even though I don't pick points, I know. Right? Okay. Now, what happens to the left of x equals -1? Do I start low or do I start high? High? Why? Because the power of x plus 1 is odd, yes. So we can just do this, and it doesn't cross. How about on the other side? Start low or start high? High. Why? The power is odd. So they start at different places. That's it. You're done. Did you guys get it right? Yes? Okay. Good. So I didn't pick any points here, but I know the general shape of the graph just by looking at the function, the exponent, and whether or not they intersect. Yeah. So is it clear now about graphing? Yeah? Okay. Good. So next one, number 4. So when graphing, you need to know the reason why. Why do I start up here instead of down here? Why do I start down here instead of up here? They all have reasons. Yeah, not just I'm graphing it the way I like it. Yeah. Okay. So good. Now the next one is, what was it? Number 4. Number 5? Number 4. 4. Yeah. R of x is equal to x squared minus 2x plus 1 divided by x squared plus 2x plus 1. Alright. So this is factorable, I guess. What is this? X minus 1 squared, x minus 1, x minus 1 divided by x plus 1 times x plus 1. Yes. So nothing cancels. Alright. So now give me the equation of the vertical asymptote. X equals -1. Good. What about the non-vertical asymptote? Case 2, yes. So if you want to write case 2, you can. If not, you can also. What is the equation? Y is equal to 1x squared divided by 1x squared. So that's just going to be 1. Yes. C, non-vertical asymptote. And then what? X-intercept. What is the equation of the x-intercept? So set y equals to 0. So 0 is equal to the top, x minus 1 squared. So what is x? Equal to 1. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to box this, right? What am I supposed to box? Yes, which is 1, 0. If I box x equals 1, that looks like an equation of line. So I don't box x equals 1. Yeah. D, y-intercept. So you set x equals to 0, then what happens? Then what do you have? Out of 0 is equal to 1 over 1. So this is equal to 1. So my y-intercept is 0, 1. All right. Now, does it intersect the non-vertical asymptote? Yes, it does? Okay. So does the graph intersect its non-vertical asymptote? So that's the question. So now you have to find the intersection. Y is equal to x squared minus 2x plus 1 over x squared plus 2x plus 1. And what's the other one? Y equals 1. So do they intersect? So x squared minus 2x plus 1 divided by x squared plus 2x plus 1 is equal to 1. And then what? Cross multiply? Yes. So we have x squared minus 2x plus 1 is equal to x squared plus 2x plus 1. So the x squared cancels. What else cancels? The 1 cancels. So 0 is equal to, or x. So x is equal to 0. So yes, they intersect at what? 0, 1. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Are we okay so far? I need to move this. Otherwise, I don't have space for my graph. Right? So the x squared cancels. And then the 1 cancels also. Alright, so let's graph these. Hopefully it fits here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I only have one asymptote, x equals -1, so it's right here. And then y equals 1. All right. So this is y equals 1. I also have 1, 0. Right? And what else do I have? 0, 1. Oh no, this is 0, 0. What am I doing? Okay. I have to redo it again. Okay, so I have 1, 0, which is right here. Alright, and then what? And I have, is it 0, 1? Yeah, here, right? Okay, so how do you think my graph looks? So it's going to start high. Alright. Why doesn't it start low? Yeah, because it crosses this point. It intersects at this point, right? Okay, and then what happens? 1, 0 is this a 0? Yes. Will it touch or cross? Touch. So it's going to touch here. Right? Okay. So it's going to look like this. And then it's going to, will it cross again? No, so it will taper down here. Yeah, so it's not going to go again. All right. It's not going to cross again. What about the other side? Do I start on top or on the bottom? Top here? Yeah? Why? Look at this. What is the exponent? Even, x plus 1 square. So it will start on the top. Yes. So it will behave like y equals to 1 plus 1 over x squared. All right. Okay, good. Question? No? Good. So this is what your graph is supposed to look. Yeah. Okay. Did you guys do it correctly? Yes. Why is this high? Both? Because this is x plus 1 squared. So this is x minus 1 squared divided by x plus 1 squared. This is odd or even? Even. So if it is even, they will start at the same place from both sides of the asymptotes.
First, on the right side, that's started over the other side.
Yes, yes. So they just mean they're on the same side. Yeah. So if you have this graph here and then you say, oh, I have an even, then yes, it will start low also. Yes, you're right. Yeah. Doable? Is it? Yes. Because the 0 is only 1, and we have, what is the 0 here? We only have one x-intercept, which is 1, 0, right? And then the multiplicity, is it odd or even? If even, it touches. That's why it just touches and then it's going to come back up. Yeah, good question. Yes? Okay. So whatever we learned from polynomials still follows, right? Okay. But it's just that this graph doesn't have an end behavior. The end behavior is the asymptotes. That's all. Questions before we move on? Do one more? Yes, Jose. Oh, you don't have questions? Okay. So let's do the one with the slant. How about that? Okay. So let's do the one with the slant. Last one. So actually, this is not too bad, right? Bad? No? Okay. Now, I know when you're doing homework, I don't think they asked you these steps, do they? No. So it just says graph. And then there's an A, B, C, D, then you have to choose, right? However, my test will have these. So probably you should try to get used to doing it. Yes. Okay. Oh yeah, what is the domain here? Negative infinity to -1 union, -1 to infinity. What is the range?
0
to infinity, yeah. And what about the other one? What is the domain on this one? Negative infinity to -1, -1 to 6, 6 to infinity. Right? What is the range? Negative infinity to 0, union 0 to infinity. Right? Okay.
It would be -1.
No, because this one is higher.
Oh, it's a point.
Yeah. How about these? Be careful. I have a hole here. What is the domain of this function? Negative infinity to -2, -2 to 1, 1 through 4, 4 to infinity. Right?
Why is that?
Because of this. Because I cancel this. You see? Yeah. Whenever I cancel, there is a hole. Yeah, whenever I have cancellations like this, I do not have a vertical asymptote, but I have a hole. Do you see what I cancel here? Yeah. Okay, because otherwise I will say I have a vertical asymptote here, right? If I don't cancel. But I don't. I cancel, so I have a hole. All right. What's the range? Oh, I don't know what value this is. -2 comma what, right? Oh, is it 0 comma -2? Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, -2 comma what. So we don't know the range. From here to here, and then from here to this line, and then from 0 to infinity. I didn't find out what it is. That's the point. Right? Okay, so now last one. Let's see. This is the one with the slant asymptote. So number 5 or number 6? 5? 5, yes. Okay, last one. Oh, what homework's due on Sunday? 3.6 only, yeah. Last night I forgot to close the homework. So, but I will close it today as soon as you guys are done. Yeah, I don't know why I forgot to close the homework. So out of x is equal to x squared divided by x minus 2. All right. A, vertical asymptote. Okay. B, non-vertical asymptote. Yeah, so you got to do what? Can we do synthetic here? Can we do synthetic here or no? Yeah, we can. The divisor is x minus 2. So how do we do synthetic? 1, 0, 0, 2, right? So bring down the 1, 1 times 2, 2, 0 plus 2, 2 times 2, 4, so this is 4. What do we do with the remainder? We ignore it. So what is the equation of my non-vertical asymptote? It's a line, so it is. Can I write this? This is an equation of lines? No. Y equals x plus 2. So everything needs to be written in its proper form. Yeah, not that I'm picky, but that's how it is. Yeah, because x plus 2 is not a line. Yeah. So C, x-intercept. What is the x-intercept? What is it? 0, set y equals to 0. So what is it? 0, 0? So 0, 0. Okay. Well, the y-intercept will be 0, 0 also, right? So set x equals 0. So 0 out of 0 is equal to 0. All right, so this is 0, 0 also. All right, now E, do they intersect the non-vertical asymptote? Does it or doesn't it? Does the graph intersect its non-vertical asymptote? Yes, no? How would I answer this? Y is x squared minus x minus 2. What about the other one? Y is x plus 2? Okay. So we set them equal to each other. So x squared over x minus 2 is equal to x plus 2. right? How do I solve this? This is the proportion we could cross multiply. All right. So x squared is equal to, what is x minus 2 times x plus 2? Yes. So this cancel. 0 equals 4. True or false? False. Yes. What's your solution? No, they don't intersect. Okay, I'm writing here because I want to graph on the other side. Right. All right. So let me graph on the other side. All right. Let's see here. And then looks like this. X, Y. All right, so x equals to 2. So this is x equals to 2. Y is equal to x plus 2. How do I graph y equals x plus 2? The slope is 1. The y-intercept is 2. Okay. So you start at 0, 2, and then go up 1, go to the right 1. So this is y equals x plus 2. Does everybody remember how to graph it? Yeah. This is supposed to be a straight dash line, but all right. So this is my graph. Okay, good. Now what am I supposed to do? 0, 0. So 0, 0 is right here. All right. Then what? How do you think the graph will look? So will it cross this line? Oh, sorry, let's write this line. Y equals x. Will it cross this line? No, how do you know? Here, they don't intersect. So they don't cross this line, so it has to go only here. So it's going to look like this, because it's going to get closer and closer to the asymptote, and it's going to look like this, because it gets closer to the asymptote, right? All right. Good. And what about on the other side? Any idea? On top. Why is it on top? This is odd power. So it starts on the other side, which is on top. All right. Then that's it. You're done. Yeah? Easy? Okay. Good. Who thinks this is easy? So if I ask you on the exam, you can do it, right? Okay, good. So I'm done with 3.6. So let's have the quiz now. The one where you find 0. It's very simple. Yes. Because I can. You could do long division, but it's harder, right? There is a question on part B. Why do I do synthetic division? Well, because we know this is a slant asymptote. So when we have slant asymptote, we have to divide the top by the bottom, the numerator by the denominator. And why do I use synthetic division? Because I can, in this case, right? If I have x cubed here and x squared minus 2, that one I need to use long division. So here this one has the form x minus k. That's why it makes my life easier. Because otherwise I have to use long division. Yes, good question. Ready? All right. No, this is very simple, very easy. I think you guys will be done in 2 minutes. Let's see. So let me save this first. File, save as, save as. So this is personal net to 60. Save. Yes. Okay, so this is rational function, right? Oh gosh. Where did the one that I just did today was gone? Was it? I don't know. I don't know anymore. Anyway, let's start. Let me just write down what the quiz. So quiz 2. Is it quiz 2 or quiz what? 3? Math to 60. No, other teachers give you quiz every week. No? So name and then the date. Today's date is what? 10/13/2016. Oh, I lost the quiz. Hold on. Where's my iPad? Okay, so you know it's find all zeros. So real, complex, whatever, you have to find all zeros. So it's very simple. What is this here? Okay, it's just this. P of x is equal to x cubed minus 7x squared plus 17x minus 50. That's it. I'm very sure you can do it. So just one problem. Okay, did everybody write their names and the dates? Okay. Oh, by the way, can you close your nose? It's close to you. And no cell phone and no graphic calculator. Okay, I'm going to close the recording, okay? But I'm going to put the number problem. So we're done with 3.6. We will have a test on Tuesday.